Playing against Kihira, the Orphan Guard. So Ending and a Solitude Ephemerate aren't likely to be that good. I think I'm still keeping. No, I think it's Kihira. I just don't want this hand that's like Solitude. I've been preferring this version to the Yorion one lately, but they're good against different things. Can I have that 7-card hand back? This hand also sucks. I think I'm gonna go to 3. Yeah, I just want to see what I'm playing against. I'm trying to think if I should even play a land. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to see what they're on. Okay, now I regret not playing the land. We're playing against Control. Kind of like conceding to the Chalice. Because I make them think Chalice is good against me when it's really not that good. I guess it gets better post-board because they're bringing their Thoughtseizes. Well, I mean, it would have been... if I played the land and shocked, I don't think it really represents Shadow because I don't have Luris, right? Fourth Mulldrifter for First Priest. We were talking about the First Priest lately as like a tutorable, uncounterable reanimation spell. It's fine, I think. I really like the fourth Mulldrifter though. I think I keep this. I like that I have Ending for Rest in Peace if they brought it in. Don't think I'm supposed to go to discard on turn 2 either. If I was on the draw, I'd probably go to discard though. Cool. Probably good to jam the Teferi here, because if I hit a land next turn, I could maybe go for Mulldrifter plus Ephemerate. Gotta fight through the counter spells too. There's been a lot of 5 lists that run main deck Priest and Drifters on the side. I did dislike it a lot. I don't know. I think it's maybe fine in theory, but I think in practice it doesn't end up being better. So I can't go Mulldrifter plus Ephemerate. Can maybe Ending the Teferi. I think I might want to save Ending for Rest in Peace and just cast the Mulldrifter here. I don't know, like Mulldrifter is just, it's so important to the deck. I really just, cutting it feels so weird to me. Even in the main deck, like, you know, maybe Mulldrifter is better in sideboard games, but it's still a super important game 1 card. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. That plan could be good too. Might just be something I have to like mull over a little bit. And whatever I play is getting countered. I think I'll cast the Grief. MZ, thank you for Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Okay, probably taking the L. It's always so bad when you mulligan super low in game 1 with this deck, because like usually sideboard games are harder. I mean, they probably have another piece of counter magic. I doubt that they would. I doubt that they would take this line without it. They've already used 2 counter spells though. I think that like I need to get the Archon in play this turn. We'll just get to concede if they don't have anything. My opponent is actually tanking on which one to sacrifice here, which has to mean they have Solitude, right? It has to mean they have Solitude, and if they sack the Teferi Time Raveler, I can just, and they know I have Ephemerate. They know I can save the Archon from the Solitude, right? And they do sack the Teferi hero. Yeah, they should have responded. I think this pause means that they realize that they should have responded. I think I am supposed to just make them use it, though, instead of getting to hardcast the Solitude. What? They didn't Solitude. What in the world? They can't, what is happening? What the hell is happening? It just resolved. A tilt tank? I don't know what it was. Okay, we're still not doing great. Still not doing great. Okay, let's shuffle that away. Just on veto. If they had veto, they should have vetoed the Persist or the Ephemerate. Right? I think I'm drawing a card here, because they've got the Hall of the Storm Giants. 6 mana. I think I'm going to hold the Thoughtseize. If I draw Persist, I might have to Thoughtseize myself again. What happens if the Thoughtseize be cast? We Thoughtseized ourselves to discard the Archon. Okay, so best draw is like Mending here, I guess. That's not too bad either. Dovin's veto. Easy hardcast here. Don't think I'm griefing. Use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Okay. So they're untapping 2 lands. They played a Chalice on 1. Oh, I'm out of fetchables. Okay. So I can pitch Grief here to try to resolve Archon. Or I could just cast Archon and have a second one for next turn. I think the fact that they're just like drawing cards with Teferi makes me want to pitch. I know that like pitching an Archon on like a hardcast feels pretty bad. But if they like, they're just like not very likely to have 2 counterspells here. I guess one thing they can do is they can animate Hall and sack Hall. Okay, now they can't. They've already used 2 counterspells too. Oh, you're kidding me. Fuck. That Just Down card's pretty good, huh? How do you feel about the Asthma Reanimator decks? I don't know. I've messed around with them some. I've got like a couple takes on the archetype with both Dimir and Orzhov. And I think there's something there. I feel like I kind of want to return to them. I don't know. I know we have just like so many. There's so many different Reanimator decks, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. Tufo, if you type !overlay in the chat, you can get that information. Oh, sorry, Tofu. Tufo. I'm not 100% today. I'm a little under the weather. Yeah, also you, Tandy. !overlay. I haven't worked anymore on the Boros Blade deck, no. I think it does have some potential. Maybe I'll do off-stream some tonight. Trying to get Bant Ephemerate control, always stuck with the mana. How do you play Ewit with Teferi? I guess I think the only way to do it is with Abundant Growth, but yeah, the mana sucks. The mana just like doesn't work. They probably have Verdict here, right? Dude, these matches have been so long today. Okay, let's go to combat. They're gonna Verdict me, and then I can go Ending Teferi, Persist Archon. And hope they don't have a counter spell. Blue, white, black. I think the Boros Blade needs pitch elementals, or that's how I felt watching the games yesterday. I mean, it is. I was playing Solitude. I was playing both. I was playing 4 Solitude, 2 Fury. What are you talking about? How do you keep track of all the decks you're working on? Do I write down my thoughts? I don't write down my thoughts. I instead just don't think about anything else besides Magic and decks. And I have a lot of decks that I work on in my MTGO folder, and I just kind of scroll through them and work on them and never think of anything else. Jazz, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate ya. Hope you're having a good new year, huh? Yeah, I just kept drawing all 4 Blood Moon. I know. I think the Blood Moons are so important. Okay, I don't have another Archon in the yard, but I think I should just persist Mulldrifter here. Some sounds weird, but not at 1.5 speed. I will try to play at 1.5 speed if it makes you feel more at home here. I don't have any more fetchables. Dang it. So I guess I tapped wrong, huh? Yeah, I should have left this in hand too. Wrong tap, should have white. Thank you, Master Mike. Thank you, Master Mike. Thank you. Oh, Chalice. Chalice. I guess I was rewarded for my mistapping because I would have just walked into the Chalice. Yeah, I don't know what Chalice does, but I'm not playing around it. We actually got rewarded, huh? It all worked out in the end. Yeah, I think they were trying to castle instead of hall. Which, I don't know. Not sure. I'm at 27. Seems fine, maybe. They got no cards in their hand. I really hope my opponent hasn't forgotten about Kahira. Oh, they have Deluge. I forgot about Deluge, too. Okay. Never mind. I totally forgot they have Deluge. We are in worse shape than I thought. This is a really good card. 3 attacks Drifter. Well, this is a 1/1 Drifter. So only 6 attacks. Alright, they finally let me resolve my grave. You will resolve. Unburial Rites, you're going to resolve. Too soon. Okay, I have no fetchables. Chalice had 1. Too soon to get counterspelled. Yeah, I love Lotus Field. There's another. I will not play 1. Oh wait, I do have a. Oh yeah. Oh no, dude, I've been off of it today, man. Sorry, I fetched with my Marsh Flats earlier, and I thought I was just out of base targets. Dang it. Yep. Okay. Well, let's try to rectify our mistakes, huh? Yeah, no. At least it's match 1. I'm under the weather today. It's just hard to stream and talk and be sick. It is what it is. BNet, 2 months, appreciate ya. Is there a Reanimator version without Solitude? I have a Smallpox variant. Which I have a Smallpox deck. No, I don't have a Smallpox variant. That is, I think it's pretty good too. Yeah. Maybe we should take a break. I don't know, man. I'll just do it. I'll just power through. I took a lot. I feel like I can't take a break. I took the weekend off, and It's really hard when you're a full-time Twitch streamer to take days off, and it's hard to have off days. It is a grind. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep the momentum going. I also have a trophy race to win. It is what it is. I'm like Michael Jordan playing sick in the NBA Finals. Yeah, we've got 36 days. Only 36 days left in the race, huh? Okay. Oh, I can't believe they countered that. Alright, well, I'm attacking them. Yeah, they're at 5 life, their Teferi's at 6. If I'm gonna deal 5 damage or 6 damage, I'd rather be at their face than at the Teferi. You're gonna finish burnt from this trophy race, to be fair? Yeah, for sure. I was pretty burnt out last time, but I mean that's like the spirit of competition, right? Is giving it your all and being burnt out. Are you the combo deck? I feel like that one doesn't work as much because the answer is just always yes, or almost always yes for combo decks. Try to interact with your opponent, or should try to race. Oh, I see. Yeah, you maybe have to like reignite. You know, workshop the name. I kind of get what you're getting at, though. Well, they're at 2 life. I've got 2 lethal attackers. Yeah, there's a lot of satisfaction giving. I like being burned out. I like giving everything I can to this race and leaving it all on the scoreboard. You know, that's what I like. Thanks, Bintar. Am I changing anything on how I manage my energy level burnouts? Yeah, like right now, like I don't want to take a break. Like I want to be playing, and I think this season I've been really good about like when I just don't want to play, I don't play. You know, like if I'm feeling like there's a time when I don't want to play anymore, I put it down and I do something else, and that's been I think really good for keeping me motivated and focused to some extent. At least the amount I'm capable of being motivated and focused. But like right now I want to be playing. I've I feel like I've been pretty good about just like wanting to be in it lately. What's the background race? Is it a formal thing or something for fun? It's I wouldn't call it a formal thing. Yeah, we got there. So I guess it kind of all started when like me and Doomwake had a friendly rivalry a few seasons ago, just trying to see who got the most trophies. And so like I'm a big fan of Dark Souls no hit. I watch a lot of Dark Souls no hit streamers, mostly the Happy Hob and Dinos and Guile. Would really recommend checking out both of their channels. But I watch a lot of those streams, and like what I love about those streams is they always have a goal that they're working towards. Beating this game without taking a single hit. Beating every game that FromSoft has ever made, well, the last 6 games they've made, without taking a single hit in a row. And I love that idea of like of having that drive, having that focused goal, and working towards it. And it really, like everything else on this channel, it comes back to that one Croaky's tweet. That one Croaky's tweet that I just think about constantly. Where Croaky, the #1 Magic streamer, said, "Magic content is lazy and boring to watch." And I think about it all the time because it's kind of true. It's just like, it's just so easy to just like fire up the stream and just play any deck and be very relaxed and not put a lot of effort into it. Because that's kind of how it's set up, to not put a lot of effort into it. But I want to put a lot of effort into it. I want to try to achieve something, you know? And that's what the trophy races kind of become. So deck tech for Gruul Assault. So I've been playing against this deck. I think that you have to play blue. I think Slogurk is too good to not play. Slogurk is just kind of busted in this shell. So like when I've been kind of looking at building this deck too, and I think that I would play 4 Slogurk, 4 Expressive Iteration, and then probably no Tarmogoyfs. and like 2 loams, and like maybe you have to trim on like maybe you play 4 heats, maybe you play only 4 1-mana removal spells. 26 lands feels like a good number. I like the Den of the Bugbears a lot. I like not main decking Blood Moons. I would play like all Ancient Grudges, no Shattering Sprees. Like you need instant speed interaction against Hammer, which is the most important. I don't like these Return to Natures either. Like Ancient Grudge is just so much better than these cards. I don't think that there's too many enchantments you're that scared of. Maybe Rest in Peace, but maybe I think Force of Vigor would be better than either of these options, anyways. Long stream so far. But yeah, see, I was thinking about -2 target removal spells, -2 loams, -4 Goyf, +4 Slogurk, +4 iteration. Probably maybe just 4 Force of Vigor, cut all the Shattering Sprees, Ancient Grudges. Grudge is kind of nice with Channeler though, because you can surveil it into the yard. Maybe like 3rd Endurance too. I'm not sure. I think Burn is popular enough to warrant Weather the Storm. I like that inclusion. I think those are my thoughts. I know Splashing Blue, like Splashing Blue isn't that hard, but it is, it's a bit of a challenge. And maybe you don't play Blood Moon. If you probably still need the moons. Maybe you can play Charmal over Moon. Maybe just try to dodge Titan is also possible. There's certainly a lot of ins and a lot of outs to the case, I'll say. Okay, let's cast Grief, I think, here. My weakest points mana base are articles or pointers I can give. I've written an entire article about building mana bases in Modern. So they're missing a land for Hero. How bad is this Rest in Peace for me, though? I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna take the Hero. I've got Teferis to bounce it. I just Mulldrifters to hardcast. Yeah, I wrote it. There are more articles too. Like in my article, yeah, I referenced this article too in my article about my article is about selecting lands, like specific lands. But this article is a really important one to know what colored sources you need for your spells. And then Reed Duke has a really good article about it too. I would read those 3. Yeah, I've got a few deck building deep dives on Channel Fireball. I think I have 3 or 4, where the idea is that like these guides are intended to help you improve as a brewer specifically. Is Slogurk just a better Knight of the Reliquary? It's probably more complicated than that, but I would say it is better, yeah. So they have Verdict here, but I think if I go Mulldrifter, Ephemerate Mulldrifter, I'm pretty well set up. I'll live if I don't get the rebound here. Canister with the raid, thanks buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. One Esper Shadow, that shot Esper thing that I skip the synergy dress down. Just a pretty different build. You need to be more focused on discard spells with Shadow. It's something you could do, though. So my opponent is going to Verdict next turn, I imagine. We can hardcast another Mulldrifter, but we could also maybe draw a Unmarked Grave. Although, if I bounce Rest in Peace, then they now have Counter Magic up. We know they have Counterspell and Veto in hand. Flash Shed Mulldrifter in response to Ephemerate. Can only dream. You have 2 forever counters? Yeah, I'm saying if I draw an Unmarked Grave, I can't bounce the Rest in Peace because I need the Teferi in play for the counters. I need to wait a turn. Keeping a density of fetchables in the deck is important to hardcast Archon, as we saw last game, so I'm discarding the fetch lands here. Yeah, every game we've played today has been so long, I know. Played with a lot of control decks and against a lot of control decks. And we played against the Grixis Shadow player, who I don't even know how it happened, but they had they used 15 minutes of their clock game 1. Okay, but now we get to Chump Block, Bounce, Rest in Peace, Unmarked Grave, Persist. I'd prefer not to pitch Persist to Grief. Yeah, I think I'll just play another Teferi. Higher loyalty. How many channel points promote Tony stories? Tony once traded his cell phone for a hot dog while drunk, and the guy who he traded his cell phone to would not give him his cell phone back the next day. He was like, we made a deal. What do you want from me, man? We made a deal. Yeah, classic Tony, huh? I don't know if I have any other good ones. That one's pretty good. Yeah, I think that would register as a bad beat story. Okay, so we'll take a look at their hand. If they have 2 cards I want to discard, I'll bounce the Grief and replay it. And if not, I'll probably just ending the rip. So they have 2 Charms, Counterspell, Veto. I mean, just taking both Charms seems pretty good here. I probably should got the basic, actually. It's fine. I think I keep this hand. Yeah, what a match 1, huh? We emerge a little bit scathed. Just a little scathed. Is it me or Reanimator as favored against blue-white? I would say it's favored, yeah, but not by a ton. Do you think Kaido, the new Black Planeswalker, is good for Modern? Yeah, I expect to register that card and try it out just to see how good it is, but it has potential for sure. What happened with Bant? I mean, I like Bant a lot. I've got like 3 trophies with it lately, but it's like, it's hard to grind it all day, and just like the leagues take so long with it that I usually don't like to give it more than like a couple of attempts. Interesting. I've been playing against these Vengevine decks lately. I actually lost playing for 5-0 with Bant against Vengevine the other day. I guess I'll main phase this, because if I find a Grief, I might, like, Grief Black card, I might actually pitch this turn. So I'm definitely discarding Archon. I could discard Archon Concealed Courtyard. I think I'll discard Archon Teferi. I don't think Teferi matters that much. And, like, I might be graving for Rites. And even though this enters tapped on turn 4, like, at the very least, it is a 4th land. Have I tried Demon Souls? No, I'm saving it for after the race, unfortunately. Whoa! I also, I'm also trying to finish God of War, first. That's a game I started, foolishly. I think I'm Unmarked Graving here. I could maybe ending the Butcher instead this turn. Is my Lotus Field list a tournament deck? Yeah, I mean, I think the deck's great. I have a really good win rate with it. I don't really know exactly what qualifies a tournament deck, but I think that the deck's really hard to play, and I think a lot of people maybe don't understand it, but you can get some help with some CFB Pro subscriptions, huh? Some deck guides there. It's pretty good. This is probably good enough. We'll see. Maybe not. Cole Wrestling with Twitch Prime. Do you have an updated Jeskai Murktide list? I was looking at my old list this morning, and I honestly, like, I don't think there was a couple sideboard cards I was considering tweaking around, but I was pretty happy with it, so I don't know how much I would change. Oh, that's a good hit. Oh, they have a Croxa discarded. Core listing for Twitch Prime and doing Real Dumb Guy for the 7 months. My alternate Twitch account, real dumb guy. The Gummoth piles are so close to be really good. No, they just are really good. They're just really hard to pilot. Yawgmoth decks just are good. And like I think that there's a lot of really hammered out lists. You have some flex spots, you have some ways to build it from week to week, but I think that the biggest thing holding back Yawgmoth is like the barrier to entry to becoming a pilot. Which is a great thing about Modern though. I think like there's a lot of decks like that where like in the hands of an exceptional pilot, this deck is a really big force to be reckoned with. It just takes so many hours to like master it that not that many people are. So what goes wrong if I block this Dreadhorde Butcher? I don't know. Lightning Bolt, I guess. Oh no! No! They just deal the 3 damage. Right. I'll take it. right. I don't know why I was thinking that they didn't get to the 3 damage. I don't play against. I play with Dreadhorde Butcher occasionally, not against it that often. Yeah, I'll just take it. Happy New Year, guy. Okay, they take my Ephemerate, which is actually pretty bad for me. Alright, let's attack. Guy with the 28 months. Let's freaking go. It's a long time, dude. An irresponsible amount of time, even. Yogg seems soft to Solitudes. You can play around Solitude. So, I don't know. Like, there's always gonna be answers to decks. Solitude is fine. It's good against Yawgmoth, but it's like, it's not that hard to play around, and it's like, it's not that good. It's like, I think it's kind of like the same attitude. Like Solitude is good against the Shadow deck, but it's not that good. It's like very beatable. Especially if like, it's also like if you just have to pitch Solitude early, you basically never, like, it's like usually not that good of an exchange for the Solitude player. Okay, so I want the 4th ending basically for sure. And then I'm not sure, like, Leyline is probably good against them. They're playing the 1/1, the Mills 3. But I mean, it probably only stops, Leyline stops Kroxa, Gravecrawler, Bloodghast if they play it, which I almost feel like I'm better off trying to fight their Graveyard Hate. And so, like, I think their Graveyard Hate is probably Leyline of the Void, so I kind of, like, almost like just doing this. Have the 4th Teferi for Leyline of the Void. I can play, like, a push. I should probably play these pushes. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to, like, I think my reanimation plan is so good against them. I don't think I'm supposed to waste slots on Leyline. Urk, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate ya. Play a turn as Kratos. I don't think I can do a good Kratos voice. I don't think I can do a good Kratos voice. Subs Dreadhorde. That's true. It subs that trigger. Well, maybe if we see more of their deck. How'd the wedding go? Me and Esther were kicked out as we tried to hijack the wedding and get married to. I'm gonna mulligan this. Probably keep this on 6. When do I select a monkey? Against combo, control, and big mana. Oh, I guess Tron, not Titan, usually. Opponent, you want to be a bro and cast Kroxa this turn? Yeah, of course Esther wore white. It was a wedding. Why did mulligan the first hand? You want to mulligan somewhat aggressively. I don't remember exactly what the first hand was, but you want to mulligan somewhat aggressively with this deck. Wait, why are they playing Bobble? My favorite Pokemon? Raichu. I actually have a... I opened this when I was a kid. The Raichu EX. I love this card. I don't really know anything about the game, but Raichu is my favorite of the Pokemon. Except they took the Solitude, which I could persist if I wanted to. This is a custody thing? I looked it up. It was like worth like $60 or $70 last time I looked. What other cards are up there? That's the only Pokemon card up there. I mean, the conspiracy board, it's pretty. It's kind of falling apart. I've been meaning to add this. I meant to add it this morning, but I was a little under the weather. I've been meaning to add this to the board from Mark Poole. I've been using this island a lot lately. I bought this from Mark at Vegas. Playing against a Lurrus deck. I don't usually like to mulligan too aggressively against Lurrus. I want to play. I think I'm going to keep this. Thanks for keeping modern awesome. I try. But it's not just, it's you guys too, you know. I'm nothing without you guys. Is that the item from Eldraine? Is that the one I use? I've been using it online some lately. Okay, I do usually like the Hammer Time matchup. Our hand isn't necessarily particularly good against them, but and we actually lost at like 3-0 against Hammer Time yesterday, which was big sad. But it is a matchup I usually like a lot. Yes, thank you, Jess, for keeping modern awesome. People know I nobody want to play Pioneer. I don't know. People I've talked to lately have said they really like Pioneer, so maybe it's good. Okay, got some good draws here, I guess. Ending. Oh, that's an interesting draw. What to do about that? So so I can't just go Unmarked Grave. I just die. I think I have to cast I think I have to hold up my mana. I think because I don't know that my opponent's gonna go for Hammer on Inkmoth Nexus into 3 open mana. And if they do, I could try to Mending into a Solitude. Well, let's hope I find Solitude. They went for this so fast, man. Like depressingly fast. They didn't even think about it. I mean, Persist is like the next best thing to draw if I wasn't going to draw a white card. What do I put back? Mulldrifter Grave, I think? Maybe Mulldrifter Plains. Because I wouldn't mind, like, graving for rights this turn if I find a land. Ooh. Not a bad one. Do I main phase this? I get to make them discard their last card. Let's just main phase it. Hit my land drop too. And next turn I go Unmarked Grave, Persist again. Why didn't I evoke Mulldrifter instead of casting the Mending since they're both draw 2? Well, I was partially bluffing there, right? Like, Hammer Time pilots, I think, don't always just, like, immediately go for the kill into 3 open mana. You know what I mean? Like, I was partially hoping my opponent wouldn't, like, maybe they know the list, maybe they know I only am on Solitude, but like that was partially like if I tap out for Mulldrifter, Like, my opponent definitely goes for the kill, but if I leave up 3 open mana, my opponent is, like, way less likely to go for it. Deck tech for Albits? If you could post a link in chat, I'll take a look. I'll be happy to. Double ending push. I guess we keep this. These fatties are kind of awkward in the hand, though. Bant Enchantress with Yorion. I feel like you really want one copy of main deck Blood Moon to tutor for. These Eidolon of Blossoms also seem kind of slow. Not a card I'm super happy about here. Another thing about Enchantress too, it's like your deck is really good at grinding. Your deck has a ton of card advantage, so well, Yorion is powerful because you get to flicker a lot of your cantrip enchantments. They have another Sentinel that's pretty bad for me. Well, Yorion's good because you get to flicker your cantrip enchantments. Like, you do dilute your deck a little bit, and your deck is already so full of card advantage. I'm not sure it's a good effect. It could be, though. Stony Silence seems kind of good this turn, and next turn I can go Ending Push. With Double Drum, I'm kind of into the Stony Silence here. So that's just kind of a thought about, like, playing Yorion versus not. Like, I don't know, it's like you probably need to play. I would probably play the 4th spinner over the second Eidolon, cut the second Eidolon, play Blood Moon in the main. I probably wouldn't play the Hall either. I think the Hall is just a little too tough on the mana. And I do like the extra Blood Moons on the side. I might even have Blood Moon 3 and 4 on the side because oh, sorry, I shouldn't have pushed the Sentinel because of the Luris. Actually, Alright, let's go Mending. Pay. I think you also probably need the 4th Confinement. Your deck's like so built around Confinement. Like, maybe cut the second dress down from the main. I'm not sure that I love the dress downs to the main. Those are my thoughts. Interesting. Bailed out a bit, perhaps. Wait, Yorion targets? I didn't realize that. Any number of other non-land permanents? I don't see the word target there. Maybe I think I'm gonna hold up the Solitude. They have Path? They're looking for Path. So the Stony Silence turns off Paladin's equip ability. Why not Solitude the Sentinel? I think, yeah, we could have done that. We could have done that, right? But I think it might just be better to hold the Solitude up because they've got the Incuboth Nexus over there. It's like a little scary. Holding Solitude tends to be kind of nice in this matchup, but like making them commit into a hammer. Obviously, there's some nuance. Erlin, also with the deck tech, $10. Take a look if you post a link in the chat. Thank you so much. Vita with the Twitch Prime. Did I miss a notification? I hope I never do. But if I did, I apologize. Alright, so let's Solitude the Luris now, I think. No, they have a second Solitude. Stops them from getting their Sentinel back. Game feels mostly over here, I think. I'll get to the deck tech, I think, in between rounds here. Oh my gosh. I guess I'm getting tested then. Fuck. Not Emissary. I mean, I think with the Ephemerate, I want the Archon more. Still don't think we need to do anything. Okay, 3-0. Pretty easy mulligan there, I think. Opponent revealed no companion. I think I put back Solitude here. They're not as accurate. But that's true, yeah. What's my final verdict on Jund on Earth? I like the deck. It's something I need to explore a little bit more, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I have a final verdict for you, unfortunately. 2 hours test yesterday. They took the mending like so quickly. It's kind of weird. I feel like I would have taken Grave or Ending instead. Oh boy, let's freaking go. Blessed League so far. Oh, come on! Oh, man. Curse League, huh? Just Boomer Johns. Okay, get to Mulldrifter at least. It's good land to draw. Maybe we should have got Plains instead there. No land for them. It's pretty good for us. Definitely going to play out lands 4 and 5 with all these Mulldrifters and Solitudes in the deck, despite having the looting effect. Another Goyf. Another Ending. Then I can Mending end of turn, digging for a reanimation spell or Mulldrifter. The problem with playing against Boomerjun is like every time I play this matchup, they just have so much graveyard hate, like an absurd amount. I think I'm gonna Grief here. If I draw a land, I can get Rites in 1 turn. I don't think they have a discard spell in hand. They could draw one though. Okay, Bolt the Grief. Fury, Grist, Liliana, Season Pyromancer. I think I take the Grist here. Since if they... Oh, I guess Liliana discards my Grave though if they draw the land. Okay, thankfully they didn't. Don't play Saga and Black Red. It's not good. Okay, so if I Rites my Archon here, they just get to Liliana it. So I could Rites Mulldrifter, or I could just wait. I kind of like just waiting. How do you get around Graveyard Hate? Well, it depends on the Graveyard Hate. You have Prismatic Ending for Rest in Peace artifacts. You have Stony Silence for artifacts. You have Teferi and discard spells for Endurance. And so it just kind of depends on like what the Graveyard Hate is, right? Keep land in hand so they may plus. Yeah, maybe that was good. Discard Fury, Tarmogoyf, and then they did not play a land, so they might not have a land for Liliana. Getting kind of close to hard casting. I think I'm supposed to go for the Archon now. Alright, no Black Source, just a Kroxa. Okay, okay. So I'm only 2 lands away from hard casting this Archon. I think I'm going to discard the Ending. It's like a little greedy. I'm not sure. Sigarda's 8 in the Boros Swords deck. I mean, just play Hammer at that point. Okay, it's kind of a funny draw. Why not Black Red mid range? I might be coming back to it soon, but for a little while there's like a really popular Hammer Time deck main decking Sanctifier and Forge Tinder, which was a problem. Okay, winning game 1 is really important because like a big problem here is I don't know if they're playing Endurance or Nile Spellbomb or Leyline of the Void. I'm gonna bring in the 4th Teferi, which is a hedge against Endurance, and I'll bring in the 4th Prismatic Ending. Yeah, I think I'll just bring in the pushes too. Like, I still have outs too. Like, I have Teferi against Endurance, I have Ending against Spellbomb. But, like, I don't have Thoughtseize for the Endurances, and I don't have Stony Silences for Spellbombs, because I'm just not sure which they're on. I think this is how I'm supposed to sideboard. Yeah, I would assume not Leylines too, but that's the thing about, like, Boomer Jund is you can't be sure. Big on Spellbomb. I think with no lures, I think Endurance is really, really likely. Like, when I was playing Boomer Jund, I was playing Endurance. I just play Smallpox Streamer if you Solitude. Yeah, I would, and the Smallpox has a ton of potential. I think the deck's really good. Huge Hammer player. Wondering if you have any thoughts on which you prefer, Crusher Bots or Lurrus? No. So my thoughts on Hammer is that I prefer no Lurrus. I think Culdra's really good. I also personally want to be messing around with. I think I can get Basic Swamp here. I want to try messing around with mono white with main deck Black Abyss Guild, no Lurrus, Stoneforge Mystic, Cauldron, Nettlecyst, maybe not Sword of Fire Ice. I know that one's been popular, but I haven't been as impressed by it there. But I think Blacksmith skill is great. Like I love that it protects your sagas from Spreading Seas. It just like the card seems so good and versatile. Have a reason to visit Jund recently. Sorry, I need some water really badly. I've been like thinking I need to get water for like the last 10 minutes. I played some recently. I've tried some different builds. I'm kind of medium on the deck at the moment. Okay, they dashed. They just hit a land. Pretty good start for them. It's an interesting draw. I really hope my opponent goes like Liliana Pless or Croxa. They're probably not that likely to, I guess. Oh no. Kick Turok. No! Oh man. Oh man, what if they discarded my Archon? I guess I'm just dead. I'll evoke this. I don't think I have outs though. My out was discarding the Archon and not the Persist, I think. So it's really unfortunate that we didn't see any graveyard hate that game. I think I need to stick to this sideboard plan. Do I keep 5 lands, 2 Mulldrifters against Boomer Jund? On the play. Maybe. I like that this hand's good against Inquisition. I think I'm going to keep. Yeah. Definitely mulligan on the draw. Yeah, lose to Ragavan, beat Inquisition. They have the Ragavan. Let's go! Oh my gosh, an incredible top deck. An incredible top deck. Inquisition me, please! Please Inquisition me. Another Ragavan. Ah. Well, I'm not necessarily that scared of the dash. Yeah! Let's go! Poggers. Ephemerate the Ragavan? That would have been interesting. On dash, effectively. Season Pyromancer, discarding. Ragavan Lightning Bolts. Oh my gosh. Alright, please no Endurance. It's not the end of the world that they have it, but... Alright. Pretty good rips, huh? And we drew another Persist. The best top deck, probably. So they have Lightning Bolts. Not gonna block. Discards Lightning Bolt, discards Inquisition. Passes back. I attack. They go to one card in their hand. And now we get to put the final nail in the coffin. The hard cast Mulldrifter. I've got another Persist. I need a granola bar too. I haven't eaten anything today. Okay. Let's get a prediction going, huh? For Trophy 38. For the tie with Ginger again. I don't like it, but I'm gonna keep. Oh, don't discard spell. Okay, so we do need to draw a land in the top two. But we get to discard Archon, and then play Ending on turn 2, and then ideally Persist. Let's go. Alright. Opponent's also going for a trophy. Oh! Fuck! Ugh. It's fine now. I, Solitude, am here to save the day, Spike. It's fine now. Don't worry. So they're gonna cord for 0 and get a Dryad Arbor? Yeah, I did it a second ago. I finally remembered to. Is it weird to be playing against the deck I invented? Well, it's not weird because it happens like on a daily basis. Can the XL Solitude response to Persist? I ain't persistent here, kid. I'm ephemerating today. We're not persistent at all. We're ephemerators today. I guess I should have let the trigger resolve. Yeah, so they're gonna Dread Arbor. Hitting ooze first, then persisting. I think I want to hold the persist for an Archon if I can. Fuck. Man, Punts draw has been so good against mine. So they minus Solitude, reset the guys, kill the Solitude, attack for 2, attack for 3. Then I get to Persist Solitude, exile Yawgmoth, I guess. Yeah, I was one of the early pioneers on Yawgmoth. You can, like, even trace, like, I think where it initially took off to, like, I 5-0'd with it. I posted on Twitter. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry. But someone else 5-0'd with the same list, which got published, of course, as that's how it always goes. And then Saffron Olive played the list, my list on stream, but nobody knew it was my list. Because someone else got it published under their name. And then it took off from there. But it was a long time ago. This is like back in the Hogak meta. It was a very, very different build. Like, can they beat Emissary post board? They can with Grist, yeah. No, it was Will who 5'd with it. Wasn't Chief. Yeah. This was like over 2 years ago. This is, you know, old news. I don't like the old news. I built this deck too much on stream, you know. Trying to, you know, keep pushing myself forward. Don't want to bounce Solitude, kill Yogg. Don't they just sack and kill the Solitude then? Because it does -1 counter on it. Alright, interesting. Persist. Nope. It's such a rough game one. The problem with Leyline is that what we really need to prioritize is interacting with their Graveyard Hate and reanimating. And Leyline just doesn't do that, you know. So they probably have like 1 Ooze and like 3 or 4 Endurance. So I feel like the Teferis are pretty important against the Endurances. They're also just like not a bad card on the play. I don't think I necessarily want Emissary because it's just not that hard for them to beat with Grist. Yeah, Emissary protects against the combo, but if they're comboing off, it's not that hard for them to find Grist and kill Emissary. That's my issue with it. And then Grief also helps against Endurance, so I feel like I'm supposed to keep these in. Could trim Teferi. They have a lot of Endurances. I think I'm supposed to against the deck with a lot of Endurance, play the Teferis. I think I'm supposed to be trimming on Mulldrifters in this matchup. I don't like the pushes. I mean, they're playing Ooze. I feel like the pushes are important. Maybe you're right, though. We have other answers. Doesn't Thoughtseize answer Endurance better? It doesn't answer top decked Endurance like Teferi does. We also have Grief that has like other discard spells. It's a conversation. Guess I keep this. I feel like you could outgrind them if you get Leyline. Leyline's like pretty beatable for Yawgmoth. Okay, so they let on Peatland, which implies that they are Landlight, so I might Ending on turn 1, see what we draw. My hand's pretty resilient to Thoughtseize. They took the Mending, which I'm pretty happy with because it, you know, just flashes back. They play another bird. I guess I'm going to get Unburial Rites and not be too happy. Oh man, so stressful. Evolution ooze. Or sorry, evolution higher. Maybe get ooze, maybe get endurance. Just get endurance. It's actually not that bad. It's not that good either, but they're not like blowing me out in response to a reanimation spell. Bouncing endurance is kind of rough. Yeah, not drawing a land there is pretty rough. That's bad. Okay, I found the land. I think I'm not sacking it. Life total is definitely in jeopardy. Okay, Solitude is definitely a great draw. I'm gonna wait till I can ephemerate it, of course. That was a pretty good series of events. Blood Artist. Okay. I'm gonna try to take the hit and then exile the ooze too. Grist is really bad for us here. I think I still pitch the Teferi. And then pretty sure I guess like attacking Grist is kind of interesting. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the token. It's pretty close. Got some good draws here, too. Pretty interesting draw. I know that they still have ooze, so we need to play around that. Well, if they just let the Grist go to 1, it may be kind of bad. I'm not sure. On the attack there. I'm not sure. Obviously, it was a conversation. Maybe we should attack here. No, you can't Solitude exile Grist. They got a lot of life now. Yeah, I think I should attack. I think I should have done this last time too. Wow, another one. Yeah, I should have attacked last time. It's a hard call. They let the Grist go to 2. If they minus like the insect, kill the Solitude, I think I just let it happen. Okay, they plus. Uh-oh. So if I ephemerate, they Yawgmoth kill it. So I can't make the first move here. But then we can persist it? Yeah, but like then what, you know? They'll have like 6 cards in their hand and active Grist. It's just a losing line. Ephemerate in response to the Yawg? Yeah, I guess that was the line. Yeah, I guess that was the line. It's a hard line to find, but yeah. Attack Grist. They just have a free block. The attack, so attack block then persist. Maybe that's good. I think I just have to wait here. So it's like if I use my persist, like can I get Archon back? Okay, now that I drew a persist. Oh man. Tough stuff, man. Wait, they just didn't block? Okay. They don't have any way to make me discard, do they? I think I'm dead, though. Well, I guess if they go for the gloop, I can, like, exile the messenger just by pitching the Ephemerate. Bim, 17 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, if they sack the messenger here, I think I'm supposed to just pitch the Ephemerate. Bim, 17 months. Appreciate you. Beagle to 20. Okay, so they're killing my Solitude, which I really need. I really need this to happen. Not that I really feel like I'm... Okay, they're resetting the Yawgmoth here. Fuck! Alright, I guess I have to force the action. I might just be dead, even. Beagle, 20 months, appreciate you. Bimp, 17. But it also has, like, infinity cards in hand. They've got Court of Calling. We're just dead. Feels bad. That matchup, I think, is fine, too. Like, them just, like, naturally drawing their ooze there. Game 1 was so rough. Sorry to all the believers out there.